And we are live, hitting you up with the managers again this week, and we got a lot of football to discuss. I'm joined as always by the maker of chaos. How are you doing today? And
Right.
yeah, last week was a brutal week in football.
Yeah, it was. It was brutal. It's been a brutal season, that's for sure.
Well, I think last week definitely a lot of injuries around the field, and we had Scatabo, which was a big one for everybody
Yeah,
who had him and enjoyed the sport of football, but now he's gone. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
it is.
But yes, let's get into the news this week. Or we've got a bunch of games to go over, 14 games, and we'll see if we can get through them all. Wilson is here for the guaranteed win. You will definitely find that here and watch it come at you. So the first game I want to talk about is the Ravens and the Dolphins. So this is the game that's going to be featured on Thursday. And we have a huge advantage. It seems that the Ravens are favored to win by over a touchdown with a high scoring game. We're looking at 50 points possibly. Um, and the Ravens are looking to come back on a comeback. Do you believe in the Ravens wave after the fact? Do you think their new defenseman is really going to make a change, or do you think the Dolphins and Tua are on a hot streak? What are your thoughts there, Maker?
Well, I think it's going to be a tougher game than it lets on just because Miami was able to hold out really strong against Bijan, with the Falcons. So they weren't able to run on them much. So I wonder how, despite Miami being one of the worst for running on, allowing some of the most points. So that intrigues me. I think the run game's going to be a little bit tougher for the Ravens if Miami plays as well as they did last week. Uh, but Lamar being back, I think that will boost them to a victory. So
Well, we hope so. And Lamar being back is great for fantasy. Obviously, people are going to expect a lot of points out of him, especially with their defense. Oh, well, 11th in the league. So, against the pass. So, Lamar, not really known for throwing the ball all too much as other QBs. Are you playing anyone other than Zay Flowers this week on the Ravens?
Derrick Henry, you always got to play him, even if he hasn't been great uh, as of late. So yeah, it'd be Lamar, Henry, Zay, and maybe Mark Andrews if you're, you know,
Mark
need a tight end
Andrews,
with a
he
low
only
end
got
tight end
three
pick.
targets last week. However, 11 yards per carry, which is pretty decent. He could get more volume. However, he is definitely not a high target tight end. However, Isaiah was doing a little bit of comeback, picking up two targets. So a little minimal, but you like to see it. Hopefully, it amps up. He was part of 81% of the snaps in week 6. And so
Mm,
some tight ends to look at, but I don't see a huge upside on either of those. But I could be wrong. Could be
yeah,
wrong. I would say Zay Flowers, Derrick Henry, and Lamar are the only
yeah,
playable Ravens this week.
agreed.
Now, who do you like on the Dolphins?
I would say Waddle's been getting a lot of attention, so Waddle is probably a good play in terms of wide receivers. Achan, of course, you always got to play him. Um,
And we have the 27th worst in the league with the Ravens allowing a lot of passing. However, they have upped their defense over the bye. So I could see a lot of these stats trending better in their direction. So, Jalen Waddle, the only wide receiver you're feeling safe to play this week?
Yeah, I'd say Waddle. The others, no. I think Washington's he just doesn't look as good. Um, but he's very low scoring affair with him a lot of the time. So he's just not consistent enough in
And
my
with
eyes.
Darren Waller now out, do you see one of these tight ends taking over the volume? We had Tanner Connor on the field for 45% of the snaps, but only receiving 2 targets, and then Julian Hill. He wasn't participating. So, which tight end on
Yeah.
Miami is playable, if any? Because it doesn't look like any of these
None.
tight ends are really playable.
Yeah, none of them. I wouldn't play any of them without Waller.
I know Waller burns you. Uh,
Yeah.
how are you feeling about Davon Achan with the Ravens week against the rush so far this year? Do you foresee Achan getting more volume? He got 18 touches last week, and you like to see that out of your running backs. So, for me, that's a must play, obviously.
Achan's just a double threat, so that's what makes him so good. Because like even if you can't run on him, he's good for those short passes, so he's still gonna get work.
Well, there you have it. And are you playing Tua this week after his hotness last week? Do you think?
Mm, I I mean if I'm on a I just don't see him doing super great. So I wouldn't play him unless I'm in like a super flex league, right? Like so he's a secondary QB play.
He's a
I'd like him
secondary
over.
QB. You're not risking him again. He did get -1 point last week. So getting 36 points in week 8 is just amazing turnaround and a little bit inconsistent. So I agree. He's only playable in a 2 QB league. And if he is your lead quarterback, I mean, all the best of luck to you. All right, so who do you see winning out of these two? We have the Dolphins at home. We have the Ravens favored to win, but we have Tua coming off a hot streak.
I think Lamar's return is going to really push Ravens to get another win.
Yeah, I hope so too. Because you're a fan of the Ravens and the Dolphins, man. You want them to get it together, but is it too little too late? Let's get into the
It,
Bears and the Bengals. We have the Bears favored to win by 3 points. Again, we're going to see a 50-plus point game that is predicted. So that's good news if you're wide receivers and your running backs in this game, meaning that you're going to score a bit higher on those guys. Better chance of getting a touchdown. And the defense on the Bengals, I mean, they're 32nd defense in total yards. 29th in passing, and same with the Bears. Their defense, 27th on rushing, so you're going to be able to run the ball against them. And their total yards, they're allowing 25th in the league. So this is going to be a low defense game.
uh, yeah, it seems like that's what it's going to be, and I feel bad for the Bears right now, because everyone's banged up on the Bears side.
Hey, what's going on, Katamari? Yes, we are taking live questions as we talk football this week. Would you trade Pollard for Daniel Jones? Already have Baker, but he hasn't been looking good. Oh my gosh, would you trade
Now
Tony
keep
Pollard?
Baker. Well, Pollard has been rough all season, so
I guess the idea would be to trade Pollard for Daniel Jones and then swap him in for Baker, especially if you're running a 1 QB league. And let's give a checkup on who Daniel Jones is playing this week. the Colts are going up against Pittsburgh and then Atlanta and then a bye week. So you want to give a heads up on that bye week, week 11. Pittsburgh, he's not favored to do super well because he is on the road. But, this is what you like to see, a quarterback who is consistently getting a good completion rate, throw in touchdowns every single week. I mean, Daniel Jones is a big points maker for a 1 QB league. But you got Baker. I mean, just because of one bad game, I feel like you don't want to give up on Baker. I would do the trade if I was in a 2 QB league only. How do you feel, Maker?
Yeah, I feel the same. Like, I mean, Pollard is a nice little like flex spot. He'll get you some points, but he's not. I don't know. I still would want to probably trade Pollard. I just don't know who you would go for with him.
Oh yeah,
it's a tough one. I mean, I think Daniel Jones is a good grab. I mean, if you're not using Pollard in your flex spot, maybe do the trade.
That's why. Sorry, Hannah got a call there. But yeah, I didn't realize that Tajay Spear had been taken over there. So Tony Pollard limited Wednesday with neck issue. If you're looking for an upside on your QB or to expand your lead, I mean, I would never not put in Baker Mayfield because he's a touchdown machine, and that's just why I say that. But try to trade Tony Pollard for a better running back, maybe.
That's what I would do, or even a high potential running back. Like I like Brashard Smith, and I've got him on my bench, which he's going to be a good play this week. So yeah, I would. Who's a good little running back that you could probably trade for?
So we got Tony Pollard ranked at about 25th. So if we're gonna go for running backs,
Monangai, but I don't know if someone probably got him.
Really. I would say you would have to go even for like a Charbonnet or.
Well, I don't know if you'll get a Charbonnet. What I'm saying is like the guys I'm suggesting are like potential high upsides, just like DeAndre Swift right now with the Bears game. He didn't practice, so if he's out, Monangai is going to be the main running back, and Monangai is going to get work.
Yeah, they say that every week, but
it's low defense this week, so it's going to be a really great game for Monangai. If he gets, I mean, against the Saints, he got a ton of work. He had 13 attempts for 81 yards and a touchdown against the Saints.
Yeah, anybody looks good against the Saints, though.
Anybody looks good against Bengals, too. Like, they score a bunch when they're up against the Bengals. That's why I'm like, Monangai's good this week.
Yeah, it's just so inconsistent. I mean, he went from 13 touches and 3 targets to 7 touches, and then that was it. And his yards per carry cut in half.
They do have a tough rest end of season, though. Monangai does.
Yeah. Packers, San Fran, Detroit.
Yeah.
Packers twice, Philly. Yeah, that is a brutal end of year schedule.
Yeah.
That's why Charbonnet. Okay, Charbonnet is ranked 38. Okay, so Pollard is already ranked above him. He's second to Kenneth Walker. I mean,
if I had Charbonnet, I wouldn't trade him.
With Tennessee, Carolina in there, Arizona. But yeah. I wouldn't trade him for Daniel Jones unless you're in a 2 QB league. If you are in a 2 QB league, then that is a big move. But other than that, I wouldn't. I mean, Baker Mayfield is just a touchdown machine. Even though he didn't do that last week. Do you scrap someone because of 1 week maker, or do you stick with them?
I give him a second chance usually.
Yeah, he may need Daniel Jones because Baker is on bye this week.
Bye. That's also what I'm thinking. Like, if this week is crucial for you, like if you're down, like if you're down under the top 6, I know I would probably make that trade. It hurt, but I'd make the trade.
All right. Well, let's get back onto the tracks. We are talking about Bears and Bengals. And this week we have where were we leaving off? So, are you playing Caleb Williams? He had started off uber strong, but the past 2 weeks, not really connecting, throwing interceptions, minus yards on his rushing. So a little bit tough 2 weeks for him, and one of those weeks was against New Orleans. So, you know, is that shine of Caleb slowly turning into not so good? Cincinnati does make your quarterback look good. So, are you playing him this week?
Me? Oh, I wouldn't. Like, I feel like there are better quarterbacks out there, but they are against the Bengals. So, like, if the big reason why I'm saying no though is because his weapons are gone. Like, because DJ Moore, like all their wide receivers are basically not practicing. DeAndre Swift, their main running backs, not practicing. It's tough for me to recommend Caleb with something like that. Like the Zacchaeus, or however you say his name, it was non-participant. Adunze did not practice. DJ Moore didn't practice either. So that's why I'd say no right now.
Yeah, I understand that. Definitely doesn't have a lot of weapons. DeAndre Smith absent from Wednesday's practice. However, I feel like that doesn't mean that much, as I've learned. Just because you're gone from Wednesday, I think Thursday is the big practice day that you really want to pay attention to. They said his groin was listed last week, but then he ended up playing. I think they've said that 3 weeks in a row now. Man's got groin issues. I feel bad for him. Are you playing DeAndre Swift this week against Cincinnati, who has just been the worst against the rush? I mean, how can you not?
I wouldn't, just because he's injured right now. He didn't practice.
For one, I think he's going to come back and practice.
It's been 2 days.
Tomorrow.
It's been 2 days he hasn't practiced.
If he's he comes resting back, his groin.
Yeah. If he comes back,
it was the same thing Sunday, last week.
So, oh man, if he's not a limited participant by Friday, then I wouldn't play him.
If he had a Thursday game, I would absolutely say this is not good. But he's got a Sunday game. He will be fine. He will be good to see.
He's got another day.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
If not, get your Monangai ready, because he's gonna have a big day.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. Like, if you could trade Tony Pollard for Monangai, do that.
Yeah. And if you can trade Monangai for Kareem Hunt, don't do it, because he'll just drop him. See, before you dropped him, you should have offered me him back.
I waited like 2 or 3 weeks before I dropped him. I think it was like 2 weeks, and I was just like, nah, I need more spots.
All right. Is there anyone on the Bengals then you're saying that nobody on the Bears you would play then, other than Monangai, if DeAndre Swift is out?
It's gonna be a messy game. Like, we'll get into details about that in a little way. Like even Luther Burden didn't practice today. That's crazy.
Wow.
So many of the offense on the Bears are all not practicing. It's it's scary. Like until we get
Well,
more info, it's hard for me to recommend it. Like if
there you have it.
it,
The Bears are not looking all too well there, but are the Cincinnati Bengals that much better? You're telling me that Flacco is out and it looks like Browning is back in, and his performance this year has been two good weeks out of four. So, I mean, not the worst for fantasy. He's going up against Chicago, which is 13th best in the defense against passing, so that's going to be a little bit tough for Browning, who's not that great of a QB to begin with. I don't think you're playing Browning in a 1 QB league. Are you playing Chase Brown, Jamar Chase, Higgins, any of these guys?
with Jake Browning at the helm, no, not really. It's it's hard to recommend, like, because if you look back to their games when Flacco wasn't there, it was awful. Like
There was
yeah,
week
Chase
two.
Brown.
Week two was decent,
That was
but
I think that's when Burrow was still there.
well then,
Yeah,
yeah,
Burrow
no,
played
they,
30% of snaps.
no,
That's
and
when he
and
got injured.
Browning played Detroit, where Jamar Chase got 36 points. So I mean, it's not terrible. Browning can have a good. I think he's 50-50 when it comes up to the plate. So if you're making the gamble, Chicago is a good place to gamble. I mean, if you have Jamar Chase, are you putting him in? I mean, you kind of have to, right?
Um, yeah, I guess if you have Jamar Chase, you are going to be playing him. Maybe Chase Brown as a flex spot, but I know I wouldn't like putting him in as a main running back position with Browning in the at the helm at least.
Well, Higgins, I don't think is a good play. It's a bit of a risk. You never know what's going to happen. I think Jamar Chase is the only experienced one where you may get consistent points. However, Higgins has been doing pretty decent for flex value in the past 4 weeks in a row. So it's tough to say no, but this constant change in QBs, him being top 40 definitely makes him eligible for flex, in my opinion. Um, but are you playing him over Addison? It's
No,
Minnesota. No. Are you playing him over Butte?
no.
So, yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of wide receiver twos that can take the spot of T. Higgins.
I'm
But
trying to
yeah.
think who would you compare it to?
All right, what about Noel? Jay Noel made his appearance on the scene after most of the Houston Texans were absolutely injured. And there was not many options to give to, but he was able to pull out a couple receptions there. Jalen Noel, 6 targets, 5 receptions, and 10 yards per carry. However, he's taking advantage because a lot of the wide receivers are injured. I mean, you don't have Nico Collins, you don't have Christian Kirk. Oh,
I
maybe
mean,
somebody to
Nico
watch too
Collins,
if you haven't picked him up. Oh, they're both
Nico
limited
Collins,
in practice, so they may be coming back.
yeah, they may be coming back. I forgot to mention someone. I totally forgot. Against in the Bears, since the wide receiver room is missing a ton of people. Loveland is an option, the tight end position, um, which I'm probably going to be playing Loveland this week because if the main receivers are out, they need someone to toss to, and Loveland um, has been getting good percentage of snaps lately. 81% last week against the Ravens. He had 5 targets, 3 for 5 for 38 yards. So, um, yeah, just wanted to point him out. I forgot to mention him.
Yep. Sorry, just
But
sending a trade out.
but what about Jalen Noel? Isn't he on the Texans?
Yeah, so the Texans, he showed a lot of promise last week if you put him in. I think he's definitely one to stash to see if he gets more volume. He definitely connected with CJ Stroud. However, if Nico Collins and Christian Kirk are back in the lineup, he's definitely just one to sit and watch and definitely not playable.
Yeah.
All right, who do you
I kind
have
of agree.
winning this game?
Which one?
The Cincinnati Bengals or the Bears? Because obviously you don't have faith in playing any of these players. I'm
It's
saying
just gonna be a
Jamar
messy
Chase.
game.
Yeah, it's a
It's
messy
hard for me
game,
to pick who's gonna win.
especially with the QB situation. We
Yeah.
got 4 experts picking the Bengals, and the odds are saying that the Bears are going to win by 3 points. So it's literally a toss up. The last 5 games, the Bengals have lost. They've lost 4 and won 1, and I think the Bears have won 4 and lost 1. So it
If
seems like the Bears are probably going to be the one to win.
if DJ Moore or Odunze play, then I could see the Bears winning, taking the win. But Bengals could take this one depending.
All right, we'll go with the home team. Go Bengals. All right, next up on our match, we have the Vikings, led by the unstoppable tight end TJ Hawkinson. How's he doing on your team? Are you playing him this week?
Awful. I wished I'd never drafted him.
So the Vikings play the Lions, and true story, I actually saw this game in real life a couple years ago when the Vikings went to Detroit to play them in a game. So they have the Detroit winning by a major amount, over a touchdown, and they have the points at about 48. Detroit's home record is 3-0. And all the experts are picking Detroit. Damn. Their only weak spot is their defense against the pass, which they are 18th best in the league. So does that give you any comfort in playing these wide receivers? And at the same time, you're dealing with a new quarterback in JJ McCarthy.
I mean, if I got Addison and Jefferson, I would probably play them. They're
Even
good
with
start.
JJ?
Oh, I'm cautious, but Justin Jefferson's been a fantastic wide receiver. I think he's always going to do well. Addison is more
JJ
of like
on average completes 12 passes a game.
It's completions, yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
But it was tough. I'm not sure. He does like to run, but that's also what got him in trouble.
Yeah, that's why he
We'll
was
have
in
to
a
see.
boot for the past however many weeks.
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll
he
have to
logs a
see.
full practice. It's tough to say whether to play him or not. I mean, the odds say I don't think these wide receivers are playable with only 12 passes going around. Is Addison going to get 4 of those, 5 of those, maybe? Jefferson's probably going to get 6 to 7, and then a tight end. Or you're already past the limit. So, yeah, it's tough. It's tough with that not that many completions available. And especially with the Detroit defense barreling down on you every single yard.
Well, I think that's going to make him want to want to throw up more, is because you got to get it out and throw. It's probably going to be more short pass. So I could see the tight end doing decent, um,
Yeah, we
but I
have
don't know. They just
Detroit
don't
is
use.
fourth best against the rush over the year, allowing on average 87 yards per game. They are also 11th best, reducing teams to 21 points a game on average. It's tough, and the Vikings just looked so terrible last week.
Yeah.
The odds say, like Maker, Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. If you have them, maybe in a flex spot, I don't see them predicted to do super high in the scoring, but their floor may be there with lowest probably 4 targets each. We got Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason. Are you feeling confident in playing any of those against Detroit's rushing defense?
Not really. I mean, with how bad Jordan Mason got shut down last week, it's um, I know it'd be
Yeah,
tough for
and Aaron
me to
Jones only
play
got 6
Mason.
points in our league, so
Yeah.
again, we are poo-pooing on all these players. Somebody's got to do good this week. And is it going to be Detroit? We got Jared Goff, obviously a must-start play for a
Oh
QB
yeah.
league, especially going against Minnesota at home.
Yeah, I think he is a must play. I mean, Goff and obviously Jameer Gibbs, even though I mean he kind of killed it last week. So
Yep, 241
or well, not
yards.
last week,
Love to see it.
week 7. Yeah.
In week 7, yeah.
Yeah,
And so he's coming off of bye. He's coming off of,
he's rested.
rest. So he should be good to go.
Yeah, and if they're going to dominate like we said they probably are, they're going to run it a bunch, and so Gibbs is going to get a lot of work.
Gibbs, Montgomery, they'll be doing the switch. I think both of them are a
Yeah.
must start, with the Minnesota being 24th in stopping the rush, so allowing on average 130 yards. So you're looking at divvy out those 130 between Gibbs and Montgomery, I think. And then we got Amon-Ra St. Brown. I believe he is a must play, but Jameson Williams and Isaiah Tesla,
No.
it's going to be tough to justify their playing. Like you said, the script is going to be a lot of running, and also the Vikings defense, 7th best in the league. So they are decent at stopping the pass. And their special teams have been known to grab those interceptions, so you got to be careful. Are you
Yeah,
playing
yeah,
Jameson William or Isaac Tesla?
no. They're too chaotic, and I do think, like you said, it's gonna be more of a run game and not a passing game for them.
How do you like the tight ends in this? Sam Laporta.
I mean, Laporta's always good.
Yeah, only 3 targets before the break. However, you want to see that shoot back up. I could definitely see it shoot back up to 6 in this game with the soda.
Yeah, I think he'll do okay. Just he's not he's he wouldn't be my top tight end pick for this week.
And no, it would be TJ, right?
No, I don't even know if I'd pick TJ's. It's gonna be a gamble. Like you said, if he doesn't throw it a ton and get those passes out, it's gonna be really tough. And Hawk
So-
already regularly sees play. Like
There we have
touches.
it. Our start sits. We definitely see Jared Goff, Gibbs, Montgomery, and then the wide receiver ones. However, may not be as high volume, so that's our cautionary tale there. And you definitely see Detroit winning this one, as they did win the last time the Vikings visited them, and I watched it live. So why not
Yeah.
this week?
Yeah. Lions are gonna dominate this week for sure.
Now, how do you think the Green Bay Packers are going to do at home against the Carolina Panthers? I mean, damn, the Panthers, I feel bad for them. They have a
Yeah,
decent record, actually, to be honest. We got
they're
over under. Green Bay Packers are favored to win. This is the most I've seen so far. 14 points. And
I
the
would probably go
score is
under.
only projected to be 43 points. So where are these? They don't predict Panthers getting very much at all.
I think they will. I
Um,
think Panthers have been playing pretty well lately. So
every advantage goes to the Packers. They are better in defense. They are better in offense in every single aspect.
wow. I mean, it's true, but still.
Yeah. Still, you don't have to say it out loud. Um,
Yeah.
are you playing Jordan Love? He was the number one QB on the league for fantasy last week. I think he is a must start this week at home against the Panthers.
Oh yeah, definitely. Jordan Love will kill it.
Josh Jacobs, he hit a questionable notification on my phone. So you hate
Yeah.
to see that. He's been doing that the past couple weeks. However, I feel like I start to notice a trend, not paying attention to Wednesday's practice notes, pay attention to Thursday. Feel like sometimes they're just tired and the superstars need a bit more of a break. Um,
Yeah. They usually give them a little extra break. Um, and I think he'll still play. He's limited, so that means he's aiming towards trying to come back for the Sunday game.
yeah, man, they need to fix his calf. Come on. He's a superstar. Josh Jacobs has just been doing absolutely amazing for my fantasy team. However, they have been reducing his snaps and throwing in a little bit more of Emmanuel Wilson in the past week, picking up 17 points when Josh Jacobs left at the end of the third. Do you see more Emmanuel this week against the Panthers? Is he a
It
pickup
depends
for
on
you?
how much they score. If it's a blowout, which I'm leaning towards it's not gonna be, I wouldn't play him personally. Um, I think Jacobs is still gonna play a ton, but they might be doing this so that Jacobs doesn't get hurt. Um, so reducing his workload. I would say Emmanuel's a wait and see. If you want to pick him up on the waiver wire, he might be a decent pickup because if Jacobs is ever injured, he might be the play.
Yeah, it seems like they are comfortable putting him in whenever Jacobs is out. So he's definitely one to keep
Yeah.
an eye on and on your bench because Jacobs has been questionable past 3 weeks on my schedule. That's for sure. We go to the catching part of the Green Bay. Romeo Dobbs, Christian Watson, which we were talking about before the show started. And then we
Yeah.
got Davion Wicks. Do you think Watson is a must start this week, or are you wait and see? He got 4 for 4, but man, 21 yards per carry. That is a lot of yardage when it comes to catching the ball.
Yeah, he did look great. My only worry is his knee. He was limited on Wednesday. I'm leaning towards playing him this week against the Panthers, but I do think there's also going to be a lot of run game, so it's tough to pick, especially with the Packers. They're going to split up that workload as they have been. Golden get a little bit of share, Watson gets some, Dubs get another. Um, they're good. They're decent flex spots, but it is a gamble whenever you do play those players.
You know who's not a gamble on the Green Bay Packers?
Tucker Craft.
Tucker Craft and Cheese.
Oh my gosh, loves him. I hate it.
37 fantasy points for PPR league last week.
Yeah.
Insane. He did better than most quarterbacks.
2 touchdowns, 143 yards.
Yeah, stop
Insane.
it. Is there nobody? You have 3 other wide receivers. It's a little selfish.
Yeah, he's the number 1 tight end in fantasy points.
He's the new Brock Bowers. Definitely a must start this week. I 100% would say. But hey, I kind of agree with you. You know, I don't think this is going to be a big blowout. I'm not sure if that's what you're saying, but I could see the Panthers putting up a fight here. You know, Rico Dowdle, again, he has been fighting for that top spot. However, he has been losing a little bit of ground recently, and Chuba Hubbard is rising back on top, being a part of more snaps, getting more points. However, 2 very powerful running backs for the Panthers. Are you playing both? Either? I think they're both decent flex spots in my books.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, Rico Dowdle, he had 8 carries last week for 54 yards, and it's about 6 yards per carry, and that was against Buffalo, which is very strong on the run defense. And then we got Chuba, who had 12 attempts for 3 yards per carry. So, yeah, I mean, they're both seem to be playing this Montgomery Gibbs role. And to me, I see both of them as flex spots. I think they'll both give you a floor of about 10 points in PPR.
Well, the thing is, earlier today, it looks like the coach is leaning towards Dowdle being them using him more. So it looks like they're going to be moving away from this split.
Oh, hey, what's going on, Sergeant Halo? We got Seattle defense or 49ers defense this week?
Ooh. So for me,
I mean, San Francisco has an easy-ish matchup. Let's see who Seattle's up against.
I mean, to me, Jayden Daniels coming back.
Washington.
I think. I mean, yeah, they're down Terry McLaurin, but I think Jayden Daniels is going to reinvigorate the team. Whereas the Giants, they just lost Scatterbo.
Yeah, they're broken. We have the Seahawks favored by 3 points on the road in Washington, and then we have the 49ers are favored to win by 2.5, so slightly less in New York. Yeah, it's a tough call, especially with possibly Mac Jones coming back. However, like you said, New York is kind of broken with the last game. So, yeah, I would give it to 49ers to do better.
Yeah.
49ers defense, 22nd in total yards allowed, 19th in passing yards, 15th in rushing yards, and 8th at stopping the point. Where Seahawks, their defense is 10th in total yards, which is good to see. 25th in passing yards, not great. And first against stopping the run. You know what? After reading that, I may go Seattle. They look to be a stronger defense, so I'm going to change my thing there. We have Town Business. You starting Debo or Addison this week? Good question. I'm gonna leave that to Maker because I'm too close to this question.
If it were me, I'd be saying Debo. I mean, he's gonna get an up to workload because Terry McLaurin's out. Um, and Addison, I don't know. I just think it's
With
gonna be a
12
tough game.
completions a game on average for McCarthy, it's like, how many targets is Addison even going to get out of those? Also, McCarthy and Addison have never played together, so you don't know what kind of chemistry they're going to have. It's
Well,
way more of a risk, right?
the worry I have is it's going to be a repeat of the Chargers game because that was another tough matchup, and it just seemed like Wentz was constantly going to Justin Jefferson instead of Addison. Um,
And the
and
Commanders are going to
so
be forced to throw on the Seahawks with their insane rushing defense. They're first in the league, allowing on average 75 yards a game for rushing. So I think they're going to throw.
I mean, and Jaden Daniels has an arm. I mean, that's another thing.
He's
Jaden
got
Daniels
two
coming back.
arms, Maker. He's got two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
I'm more
does.
comfortable with Debo hearing the script for both games.
Yeah.
Damn, you guys are dropping facts. LOL. Thanks, y'all. Well, we try. We try. Hey, feel free to bring your questions each and every week. We love hearing them, love answering them, and it's awesome just talking football. So where were we on the game schedule? And if you got any more start sits, feel free to give us a shout. We are saying the Packers are going to be winning this one, so let's move on to. I mean, are you saying Minnesota's going to win? I think we convinced
Well,
ourselves.
I think, but I should at least like point out. I think, in terms of like the Carolina side, I think you should. I would probably play Dowdle and Tedera McMillan.
Right, yeah.
Just because
Bryce
I think the
Young,
Panthers are going to play.
he puts on a full practice.
Mhm.
But again, I don't know if I'd play him against Green Bay's defense if you're in a 1 QB league.
Yeah, it's still going
Green
to be an
Bay's,
uphill battle.
yeah. The passing is 15th. So Bryce Young just doesn't have that experience. He hasn't even thrown over 200 yards. It was only against Arizona. Come on, Arizona. But yeah, Bryce Young is a sit if you're not in a 2 QB league. Tedero McMillan, Maker has a lot more faith than I do. However, 10 targets last game from Dalton. However, on average, yeah, he's getting around 8 or so
Yeah.
targets. But his receptions, why
Yeah,
isn't he catching these?
because it's a bad quarterback.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, we got some more questions in here. Full PPR. Are you starting Metcalf or Olave? I would not. Olave still on the Saints. The Olave Saints are starting a brand new quarterback this
Yeah,
week,
Tyler Show.
and Tyler. Let me read to you who they're replacing my boy Rattler with. Okay, I'm not a
Your
fan
boy.
of what they're doing over in New Orleans. So,
I'm not a fan of
they
either of them.
they actually say that Tyler is the right size, but he's wildly inaccurate. He's very inconsistent, and I just see interceptions. I'm a little scared. Tyler in the lead here. Um, Even when he played, he was only completing about half his passes, and he threw an interception. uh,
Yeah. On the downside, I think. Well, to say about DK Metcalf, the Steelers are going to throw. They're up against the toughest team, and Metcalf, to me, he is one of their best targets. So I expect Metcalf to get some points. So that's why I'm leaning more Metcalf on the question.
All right, we
or
got the Steelers, and the Steelers are at home against the Colts. So the Colts are um, defensively, they are 30th in the league, allowing 271 yards per average a game. So that shines pretty bright for Metcalf, I would say. Olave is going to be on the road with a brand new quarterback against the Rams, who are defensively 17th in the league. So if I'm playing the odds, I'm playing Moneyball with this. I definitely think I agree with Maker here. Metcalf would be the one I'm playing over Olave. And that was just me venting because I have Rattler and I'm a Rattler fan for some reason. Would you trade Marvin Harrison for Tyrone Tracy?
Tyrone Tracy.
Tyrone Tracy. I'm again too close to this because Scatabo now injured. Looking forward to him next year in training camp. Tyrone Tracy is stepping up. Him and Singletary will be taking over the back end for the New York Giants. And then we got Marvin Harrison, who is supposed to be catching the balls from Maker's quarterback.
Hey. I know Marvin Harrison hasn't done great as of late, but I think, I mean, they're up against Dallas this week. Like, I wouldn't trade him. Now's not the time, at least for me. And I think while Tracy is going to see that workload rise with Scatabo out, I just don't think he's not as good as a running back, and so I just think Marvin Harrison has higher upside.
Yeah, I would say if you're already in the lead, stick with Marvin Harrison. He's going to get a lot of points this week. Tracy, if you're not in the lead, I think he's got a better floor for you each and every week. And the strength of schedule for the New York Giants is 6th. So they're definitely going to have an easier time than the Cardinals, who have a strength of schedule of 11th, and their quarterback situation not really connecting with Harrison this year. Oh my God, the question's coming in. Okay, let's go. What about Kenneth Walker or Chimere Dyke or DJ Moore? Kenneth Walker, I would say, right? I mean, he's going to get the most volume out of those.
He's the most consistent. He's going to get
17 touches last game, 10 touches, 10, 19, 6.
But look at how much did he run for? Look at his yardage.
Right, like, but he's getting the touches, and he's up against Washington, which allows so much on the run. Okay, let's look up Dyke. Wide receiver for Tennessee Titans. Are you trusting Cam Ward? The past 2 weeks, he's been connecting with Cam Ward. 7 receptions, 4 receptions, but a lot of yards per carry. But they're going up against the Chargers, which are brutal.
If Calvin Ridley is still out, then he might be a decent play. I'm leaning, however, DJ Moore. If even if he shows up and Odunze's out, he's gonna get the passes. So that's my pick. But honestly, they're all solid picks. I think Kenneth Walker, you're going to consistently get the points. I think DJ Moore has a higher upside. And then Dyke, I think he's going to I wouldn't
do well. I wouldn't even say Dyke has a higher upside than DJ Moore, but you're saying if everyone's out, he's only going to have DJ Moore to throw to. So
yeah, it's going to be like DJ Moore and Loveland.
Yeah,
it's going to be an uphill battle for that game.
I feel the safer play is Kenneth Walker. He's consistently getting over 10 attempts with the ball each and every week. Yes, Charbonnet is taking some of the touches, but you know, it just gives any given touch. I mean, week 5, he was running on Tampa Bay for 8.6 yards per carry. I mean, performances like that are really good to see. So if you're throwing in a flex, I would definitely be happy with that.
Yeah.
All right, next question we got up here almost halfway through the season. Who is your pick to win the Super Bowl? Who's your pick to win the Super Bowl? Oh, I'm such a big
I don't mind.
Baker Mayfield fan. Why do I think Tampa's got it?
No. To me, it's the Colts just look so good.
Colts are looking really good. You're right. Oh, Mahomes can't be stopped. Yeah, I mean
Chiefs
the Colts
do look really good right now.
The Colts and the Chiefs are looking strong contenders. And then I wouldn't count out the Packers. I think the Packers have a good shot too. They are a very strong team.
Yeah, I would say though the Packers, I feel like their defense has lessened since the start of the season, but it could be that it shifts. Everybody gets banged up, but yeah, Green Bay is probably my second pick, but yeah, I'm leaning Colts.
Final answer: Denver Broncos, led by Bo Nix. Let's go. All right. Those are our guesses for Super Bowl. Thank you. I like that question. Next up, we got would you trade Dak and Ibuka for Drake London? If not, which wide receiver would you target? So would you trade Dak? Are you trying to trade? Are you trying to target Drake London?
I would try and trade for JSN or someone with a higher upside. Like, to me, Drake London, the quarterback situation there is makes it a tough pick for me to want to get Drake London right now. Yeah, so I would say I know I wouldn't get rid of JSN, so it'd be a tough one to grab.
I'd go for Puka. Puka's injured right now, but he's limited in practice. Means it could be a week or two, but Puka's always consistent when he's on the field. That's really who I would personally target. In terms of people on the end of good QBs, yeah, like you said, JSN is obviously top tier. Justin Jefferson, top tier.
Rashee Rice has been doing really well.
Callie ignored like 6 of my trades. Rashee Rice, definitely a wide receiver 2 who's very hot right now. I mean, he gets the ball, so I would definitely say him.
Yeah.
Drake London has just been disappointed. Hey, if you want Drake London, Maker, let's talk.
No, I'm good.
Yeah. All right. Next question we got going up. Which team is your favorite to watch right now? Definitely, I love to watch the Broncos. And maybe that's because I'm trying to win on a Bo Nix Sutton stack, and it works only like 2 out of 6 weeks. But hey, I like Bo Nix, and I think he's got what it takes. Other than that, I think Drake May is putting on a clinic out there.
Oh man, yeah, watching Drake May play is great. He's been killing it. Man, who do I like? You mentioned the Bucks, and watching Baker play is always fun. I always love watching him like cuss out like the other guys, like whenever they tackle him and stuff like that. It's just he's funny to watch, and he's very competitive. So it's I like that.
Yeah, and he's that dog. And I would say before this week, I really enjoyed Jackson Dark and Scattaboo. Uh,
Oh man, yeah,
Now I don't think I could watch the Giants.
yeah. I feel bad
Anyone want
all the time.
Wandale? Because I want to trade him away. It's just too sad to watch. All right, 12 team full PPR redraft. I'm in first place at 6-2. I need an RB2 or I won't win. Yeah. Well, I don't feel sorry for you, man. You need an RB2. I can trade away Alave,
God.
Metcalf, and Huge. Who can I buy at RB for this value? Ooh.
You want to trade away all of them for one running back
Well, I think you can trade maybe one of
or
them.
just one? Johnston's on kind of on the down.
Kyron and
Uh,
Chuba. My wide receivers are JSN and Jamar Chase. Yeah, that's stacked.
yeah, yeah, you're good. You're good with your wide receivers. Um,
If it
hmm.
was me, I would trade all three for Gibbs or Jonathan
Amongst those
Taylor, but
three,
nobody's gonna do that. If you're going to do a 1-for-1, how do you like Achan? Achan's been pretty
no,
consistent, but he's number 3. He's probably a bit too high.
he is too
Kamani
high. I
Vidal, he's been getting a lot of work, and with Omarion Hampton's injury sort of up
He's
in the
coming
air,
back.
he may get a lot more play. People are saying Omarion Hampton may not come back the rest of the year.
I do. It's just gonna be hard to grab the doll on such a high note right now.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, you're right. Tyrone Tracy, he's not a super high note, but he will get volume.
he's not gonna. I wouldn't put him in RB2. If I could get someone, I'd probably go for Chase Brown because if Flacco comes back, Chase Brown is gonna do great. So
Chase
which
Brown
he
is a good
is.
shout.
Yeah, I would probably do DK Metcalf for Chase Brown. I think that's a decent trade. I mean, it sucked losing DK Metcalf, but
How about
I'd want to
Tajay
get that trade.
Spears? Any no, he's not strong enough to put in there. No. Yeah, I
No, no,
agree
Ty
with what
just
you say.
no. Yeah,
Yeah, and Chubb is a hard one, right? Because you expected Chubb to get a much bigger volume carry, and yet they're using Woody, and his payment doesn't qualify that. But would you rather have Sutton or Pittman for the rest of year one? Oh, I'm getting called out, so I got about 5 or 10 more minutes here. Would you rather have Sutton or Pittman the rest of year one? Personally, I'd rather have Pittman.
Pittman.
I have been constantly trying to trade for Pittman to the point where I think I have annoyed Mr. MCG. That's my opinion. I think Pittman is a much more consistent floor. I think consistently he's getting more points than Sutton. And I just think that Denver, like Bo Nix, has a lot more options to pick from. He doesn't always pick Sutton.
Um, yeah, I 100% agree. The Colts have been playing fantastic this year. That just means more opportunities for him to get some good passes or touchdown passes.
You know what? I'm going to just try, and I'm gonna ask MCG Sutton for Pittman, but I doubt he'll say yes. Um, my RBs. Okay, we went over that. Hey guys, traded Derrick Henry, Tyler Warren, Ibuka, and Swift for Bijan, JSN, Debo, and K9. Oh my God, you completely changed your team. Making my teams Daniel, Gibbs, Bijan, JSN, London. Jeez. Yeah, that is an uber strong
Yeah,
team, Prime.
um,
You must be in a 10-man
I,
league then.
yeah, I think that is a good batch. Like man,
That's going to get you a lot of
I
points.
don't know who would do that.
Gibbs and
That must have been
Bijan
before.
and JSN.
Yeah, I mean Bijan is on a low week, like because he didn't do great. But man, JSN is like top two or three wide receiver right now. You know, I think Debo's a solid, and then Kenneth Walker, he's okay. Um,
All right, so we're getting a
Yeah.
question: should you keep Sutton or should you keep Pittman? For me,
Yeah, well,
I'm leaning towards
we are. I think
Pittman. I
think we
will
already
say
said
that
Pittman on that one.
Denver has 26th in strength of schedule, so it's going to be tough for them for the rest of the season. And then we have the Colts. The Colts have a 29th. So, I mean, it's tough for both of them. But Pittman is just a better wide receiver with better stats, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think we said Pittman before.
Yeah.
On that one. Yeah.
All right. Was 5-3 and tried to make a splash. Good evening, family. For RB2, do I start Dowdle at Green Bay, Marks versus Denver, or Hunt at Buffalo? Bro, are you looking at my team right now? Yeah, Maker. Which do I start? Do I start Marks or do I start Hunt? It's a half PPR league.
So, if it were me, Green Bay is
Those are
just
all
so tough
brutal
to run
starts.
against.
Brutal starts. Green Bay
Well,
Packers.
the good side is so to me, my instant thought just glancing over it is Hunt at Buffalo, but that's just because Kareem's going to be like the main running back this week, and so I think he's going to do decent.
That's a good call. Buffalo's defense against the rush is 31st, allowing on average 150 yards per game to the rushing yards. So, not a bad call there for Kareem Hunt and convincing me. Where Denver Broncos, how are they at stopping the run? They are third best, they are 10th best at averaging under 100 yards per game to their running backs. So, yeah, I would say that
Woody Marks is also a double threat, so like he can catch.
Yep, he can get a lot of volume. He can get a lot of touches, although he is competing with another high-end back on the team. So he hasn't really shined in terms of snap percentages. But yeah, Kareem Hunt seems to be statistically the best play, in my opinion, when it comes to the defense matchup that they're going up against.
Yeah, I just think the situation's good for him.
The one advantage is the Texans are playing at home. And I don't know if being at home gives you superpowers, but if it does, yeah, Woody Marks.
Yeah.
All right, Maker, that's all the time I had for today. It was good to talk football, talk with you guys. Feel free to like, subscribe, and share. We hope to be getting more football content out, helping you with your start-sits decisions, going over the stats, and giving you the most informed information. That's right, informed information. That's a new one. So you can make the best calls. Maker, any closing words before we close the doors?
Good luck with all your leagues, and let's all have fun with some football.
And yes, I am going up against Maker this week, so wish me luck.
No, you're not.
Yeah, we're going up against each other
in the manager league. Okay, yeah. I forgot.
Yeah. 2 weeks in a row, Maker, we're going up against each other. It's going to be a bloodbath. All right, guys. Take care and make those picks work for you. All right, I'm out of here. And here we go.
This has been The Managers.
See you next time.
Thanks for tuning in.